Yeah, I thought that today we would do another little bit of cooking. It's not really cooking, strictly speaking, but it is making a sauce. What sauce? Mayonnaise. We love mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, nice and fatty. In the Netherlands we eat that with fries. It's actually true, they said in Pulp Fiction, but of course you can do all kinds of stuff. You can put it on sandwiches, and you can also use this as a base. It's a base product. You can use it to make other sauces, cocktail sauces, you name it. It's all a lot of fun, and of course you can buy mayonnaise in the shop really easily. But if you, I'm not a, what do you call that, a sort of a food Nazi or anything, but I mean, if you look at the ingredients on a bottle of mayonnaise, there's usually colorants, there is emulgators, or there are all kinds of stuff. And in reality, mayonnaise is really simple to make. All you need is a little bit of elbow grease, and you can even use a mixer, but of course if you're a real man, then you just use the whisk. What do you need? An egg, yolk to be precise, a little bit of vinegar. If you don't want to use vinegar, you can also use a bit of lemon juice, a bit of lime juice, anything that is strongly acidic, because you need to make that yolk able to absorb oil, and for that you need something acidic, so vinegar does really well. A little bit of Worcester sauce. For my dear American friends, it's Worcestershire sauce, but Worcestershire sauce. Oil. You can use olive oil. The problem with olive oil is that it has a specific flavor, and that will end up in your mayonnaise as well. And a little bit of salt. And you can add all kinds of stuff. You can add a little bit of cilantro, that's nice. You can add other types of herbs that you like. But today we're going to do the absolute basics. Alright, so the first thing I need in my large bowl is the yolk. Alright, so you have those funny little egg splitters that you can use. I'm doing that really handsomely today. That's really okay. That's all we need. There's actually a little bit of the egg scale in there. Of course, every time you try to do this on video, you don't crack the egg adequately, but that's good enough. So, sorry, just have to wash my hands, raw egg and all. You can save the egg white. I'm actually going to make a schnitzel and use egg white for that, so you don't throw that out. You just have the yolk, alright? You can break that up a little bit. You can see another small piece of... Oh, I was going to use that. Sorry. Alright. Well, that's broken up a little bit. Add a little bit of the vinegar. Not too much, just a bit of a dash. That's enough. You don't want it to become too sour. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. There's going to be noise in this video, I'm sorry. It's a metal bowl. Okay, now you're going to add the oil. And in this case, I'm just using very simple sunflower oil, so the oil of ground sunflower seeds. But you can use this, you can use rapeseed oil works well, canola oil works well. I mean, you can use anything, but as I said, olive oil gives a very specific flavor that I don't like so much. Now we're just going to whisk that in. Easiest way to do that is to keep making figures 8. The issue with doing figures 8 is that you don't reach every part of the bowl, so you need to once in a while spin it a little bit, and you actually already need 2 hands for this. So you can also just put all of this in a food processor or something, but you know, I like to do things the old-fashioned way. The trick is to add the oil very gradually. Apart from that, almost nothing can go wrong, but if you add all the oil in one go, then the sauce is just going to shift, and it's never going to be mayonnaise. Alright? Now bear in mind, this was just 1 yolk, and this is already going to produce quite a bit of mayonnaise, but if you have a 3, 4, 5 member family, maybe you want to use 2 yolks or 3 yolks. You ready? Sorry about the noise. I'm going to turn it a little bit. Just to make sure that I really get every bit. Now, the thing is, right now it's way too thin. That's not a mayonnaise yet. But this would be a really good vinaigrette. So if you're making a salad, you can always put something like this on. But we need more oil for the mayonnaise. Done this a couple of times, it gets fairly easy, but especially the first time, if you really choose to do this manually, you're going to feel it in your wrist afterwards. But we're getting there. As you can see, this is starting to look a lot more like mayonnaise, but to my likes it's still a bit too thin, so I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Of course, this is something you do to your preference. If you like it a bit thinner, you use some less oil. If you like it thicker, you use more oil. And at some point it won't really get any thicker, but something we're also going to do in just a bit is add a little bit of salt. You do that, of course, for the flavor, but you also do that because salt takes away some of the moisture, and that binds it together too, makes it a little thicker. Alright. As you can see, that's, the whole bottle is about 250 milliliters of oil, so there's quite a bit of oil in there. It's an oily sauce. But that is mayonnaise though. It's not a super thin sauce, it's a thicker emulsion. Now of course we need to taste that. Yeah, still want a bit more oil. Almost there. Okay. Bit of salt. This is on a fairly coarse grind, and for flavor, a bit of pepper, which I like to do on a finer grind. Of course, again, to taste. I'm going to taste again. Now for the record, I used the back end last time. Rewind the video so I can dip this again. Perfect. A little bit sour, not too salty. The pepper gives a little bit of a kick. That's all you need. Now just for the record, I took the spatula out just so you can see, but it's really a thick sauce, so it's not liquidy. It's a thicker sauce. That's just how mayonnaise should be. So not wasting that, definitely like that. This is good. Try it on your fries one time. Be like a Dutch person for once. Try it on your fries. It's really good. Sandwiches, sandwiches with smoked chicken, that kind of stuff. It's delicious. And as you can see, there's no excuse not to. It's maybe a few minutes of work. I was talking a lot. Honestly, you can whip this up in 5 minutes. And it's good. You can keep it in the fridge. I would say 2 days absolute max. But you can make it in advance if you're getting guests. Make it in the afternoon, put it in the fridge, no problem. I've never had issues with it. It tastes really good. Flavor it, stays, just cover it. It's great. And it's delicious, and it's fresh. Of course you have to use a fresh egg, not an egg that's 3 weeks old. Use something fresh. Yes, it's a raw egg. Yes, you can pasteurize it. But if you use it the same day, the egg smells fine, it's not off. There really shouldn't be an issue. But of course you never know. So be a little careful with that, if your health is a bit dodgy, etc. Apart from that, that's it. So what is this? It's oil. It's yolk, it's some Worcestershire sauce, and actually that's optional. I just do that for the flavor, so you don't even really need that. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. Am I right? So that's 5 ingredients. and they're pretty much all natural products. Nothing fancy. That accepting, maybe. Okay, there you have it. Hope this was useful. Try it. It's easy. You get some exercise. That's all. So, enjoy it, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye.